song in the background. I actually kind of like it. Whatever. How do you feel about Aerosmith?
Second throw you off your game here?
No.
Aerosmith, big part of my childhood. What was that one song where...
Love in an Elevator.
Was that it? Like the big one on MTV? With the girl...
Aerosmith song, The Girl.
With the daughter?
Oh, with Liv Tyler? Yeah. That might have been this song, the yeah, you're my angel. You're my angel, Arthur. You got a haircut. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks.
I did not.
I've been getting, well, let's,
Hi. And we're back.
What's happening, brother?
Not much, Arthur.
It's good to be here.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Well, why don't you tell everybody where you're at?
Well, Driftless Cafe. I mean, everybody should know, right?
Well, you know.
Second home.
Second home, exactly. We are in beautiful but chilly.
It is chilly today.
Chilly, Viroqua, Wisconsin. Yeah. I woke up with negative 22 on my phone, which is always a rude awakening. I don't care how old or young you are. You go outside right now, and it kind of hurts. It stings.
We're used to it, though, right? We got thick skin.
I've got thick skin, thick blood.
Thick mustache.
Thick mustache, yeah. How about this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. It kind of started as a joke, but I'm going to tell you right now that I think my mustache is my superpower. I've had...
What do those superpowers entail?
Oh, you know, I think some of it is thinking on my feet. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. And, you know, really just, I think it's just helping me be the best version of myself that I can possibly be. I've been really trying to stay engaged and, you know, specifically with stuff in the Twin Cities. Some chefs have reached out. They need different types of assistance. So it's like just putting myself to work.
It's not you putting yourself to work. What you're saying is your mustache is putting you to work.
My mustache is putting me to work. It's my superpower, man. And I think, like, quite frankly, it just lets the best parts of myself come out,
cool.
Which happens to be my upper lip.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks. I love you, and I'm proud of you, too.
You know, what are we doing here today? So we are, you know, we're going to attempt to do this live stream thing. After each episode of Wisconsin Foodie this year. And we figured what better day than on a day like this when things are quiet, people are at home, to give us a little run through, to try, you know, to do a little soft launch, if you will, of the show. So we've got the chat going here. Right now we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube Live, and all the chats are coming through. We can see you guys sort of commenting here, but let us know. Can you hear us? Can you see us? You know, this is kind of a technical walkthrough for us as well. So we'd love to know how it sounds, how it looks. If you like Luke's mustache, if you don't like Luke's mustache, you know, don't say that because he's kind of sensitive. So,
no, I understand that it's such a strong statement that it makes some people really uncomfortable.
Yeah, no.
You know, but you know, it is what it is. I wanted to say that, like, I missed you. This is a time where, like, I can really, really appreciate the fact that we have this connection. And, you know, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart that we use this for the good of everybody, honestly. The reason that Arthur and I are so committed to telling these stories and bringing people into the experience of eating in Wisconsin is because it's our way of increasing our idea of who our neighbors are. Where are these communities? Why do we want to go there? Because collectively, we're one big community. And I think right now, you know, we need some community. We need to show up for each other because it feels like the world around us is maybe, you know, it's going through a rough patch. But I'm excited to have everybody here. I'm excited to talk about, you know, what's been going on in the food world, specifically in the last week or so. Arthur, what happened? What dropped? Dun, 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 dun.
The James Beard semi-finalist nominations, Luke.
Boom.
Yeah, and we've a lot of our friends from past episodes and episodes coming out this year are featured on that list, and it's just such an exciting time of year. right? Where the culinary industry gets a lot of love, a lot of our friends get the attention they deserve. And there's a lot of people also that aren't on the list, and it's not a perfect sort of science, but I think it has its way of coming in cycles, and everybody gets their love eventually. And again, I don't think the James Beard nominations or awards are perfect by any means, but it's good to during award season. We're going through the Oscars right now. I'm a film guy, so I get excited about the Oscars. I get excited about all of that, and also to have the that sort of run parallel with the culinary world. I mean, it's a great time of year, right? And not only that, Wisconsin Foodie, the new season drops in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's coming up.
February 5th.
Yeah.
Whoops.
We told Arthur's April Fool's Day that they were going to drop it, and it sucked.
Yeah, so April 5th, Thursday, Wisconsin Public Television, 7:30. The new season drops. Very excited. The first episode of the season. I don't know. I think the schedule's up there. People can see it, but the first episode is a really good one. It is the Kinship Cafe. Oof. And Food Center in Milwaukee, which was a really big episode for us. That was a really important one. I think it hit us both pretty hard.
Yeah.
The work that they're doing in this city. And an old friend of ours, Caitlin Cullen, if you've watched Wisconsin Foodie for a number of years, Caitlin Cullen used to run a restaurant called The Tandem, and she was just like a force in the Milwaukee food scene. And once the Tandem sort of closed, or she transferred ownership, she took a job at the Kinship Cafe and Food Center. And it's just a fantastic organization that feeds people in need, that creates community around food. They grow food, they make food. They've got the Kinship Cafe is probably some of the best. So basically, Caitlin brought her gift to the organization was she brought her chicken sandwich to the Kinship Cafe, and that thing is still as good as it was.
It's delicious. It's as the kids say, cracking. I don't know if the kids say that. With this mustache, I gotta stop saying the kids say, because it just is such a strong.
I'm going with it.
Yeah, thanks, baby.
Yeah.
No, but to be there, to be in that space, and the chicken sandwich was delicious, but the storyline I think was so deeply impactful. I don't know if it was just where you and I were in the process of filming the season, or just when we came into that space. It's located on Martin Luther King Boulevard, which is seen a lot of changes, specifically in the last 20-25 years in Milwaukee. Would you say MLK Boulevard?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of changes, still a lot more changes that need to happen, I think. It's still a side of town that has got a lot of potential, and it's going through a lot of development. It's one of my favorite streets. I would love to live in that street. It's great. Just like the view of the city, and a lot of really fantastic little businesses popping up there. So a lot of hope. One of my favorite people in the entire world, Jim from Northern Chocolate Company. Anybody that's familiar with Milwaukee and the city, there's a little chocolate shop called Northern Chocolate on MLK, and Jim was the cratchiest, crabbiest guy you'd ever meet. But he just made some killer chocolates, and and that's life, right? I mean, so like some of these people out there that are so skilled in a specific thing, we've run into them, and running the farmers market, we've got so many folks that just show up, and they're just like the crabbiest people, right? But that's just this surface thing, and once you can get past that, they're just generally the most amazing people out there.
Yeah.
But crabby farmers, crabby chocolate makers.
Yeah. Kinship having their cafe there, they are just a force for good in the community. And, one of the things that I've been saying a lot recently, or we've been saying, is everybody eats. It's just a constant reminder that the one thing, or one of the many things, but a very primary thing that we have in common here in this day and age is that everybody eats. We don't really care how you vote. It's your business. We don't care how you pray. That's between you and the people you love the most. But we don't care who and how you love. We believe in love, but that's your business too. But we do recognize that everybody eats, and meeting people on that level, and really getting a chance to engage and see. And I think it was definitely one of those taping experiences that broadened our respect and appreciation for the massive amount of volunteers, the dedication of the employees, and like, you know, I want to say the resilience of some of the communities in Milwaukee that a lot of folks don't initially see. Unfortunately, you know, like growing up in rural Wisconsin, trips to Milwaukee were punctuated with visits to the zoo. You're going to go to the art museum. You're going to see the lake. You know, maybe you go down to the third ward for like 2 shakes of a lamb tail and do the St. Paul Fish Market. And then, you know, like, well, I'm going to go to the Brewers game and we're going to go home.
That sounds like a great trip.
It does sound like a great trip, right?
Yeah.
The experience, though, of going into like Milwaukee's underrepresented and oftentimes underserved neighborhoods, it really broadens my appreciation and respect for the beautiful people of Wisconsin, frankly.
Yeah.
You know, we're all just doing the best we can.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we've seen through the travels of Wisconsin Foodie is there's this like little disconnect between sort of rural parts of Wisconsin and more urban areas in Wisconsin. I think that's a big goal of Luke and I to really try to like connect those two people, those two places together, because they're not as, you know, different as you may think. You know, so somebody from, you know, let's say rural Viroqua or this area coming to Milwaukee and going to a kinship cafe, you know, that's a whole different experience. That might be a little, you know, put somebody out of their comfort zone, you know. And I guess with Wisconsin Food and some of these episodes, what we're trying to do is really, you know, make that a little bit more palatable for people, make it a little bit easier to walk in and to feel like you know somebody there, and to try the food, because that's what it's all about, is taking that leap, putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation, and really just trying to figure out that this just feels, you know, good and as natural as anything. Yeah, totally. I think that, I mean, the overarching goal for me with Wisconsin Foodie, just speaking personally, is to, I guess, get us excited about who we are and what we eat, the identity of being from Wisconsin and dining. You know, I've got a little bit of a chip on my shoulder, only because I was told that once upon a time, nobody really cares about the Midwest and our food culture and how it's boring. And frankly, that doesn't sit well with me. It makes me really, really eager to go out and prove that we are a powerhouse. So many people in the United States of America eat food and products that come out of Wisconsin every single day, and they take it for granted. And that's not their fault. However, it's our job to really, really celebrate like these identity pieces that make us so unique and so beautiful, with that underlying idea that everybody eats. It doesn't have to be the biggest thing in the world. Sometimes it's all about the community. Sometimes it's all about the farmers. Sometimes it's all about the food and the restaurants themselves. But at the end of the day, it's something that we all have in common. Yeah. You know? And what a noble, I will say that I think we have the best job in the state of Wisconsin. Hands down, brother.
I mean, I will say I do. I don't want to speak for you on this, but it's such a powerful and beautiful thing to just be able to celebrate triumphs of your neighbors and the communities, and like show that we're all in this together. Yeah.
Wow. It's hard to follow that up, Luke.
Well, that's the power of the mustache.
You're talking. I just can only look at your mustache. I don't even know what the hell you just said, brother. Okay, I'm gonna jump in here to our chat and see what folks are saying about us. Good news, you guys can hear us and see us.
Hey,
right? Rule one.
Small wins, baby.
You know, I left this morning from Milwaukee and you know, set up all the equipment last night, made sure cameras, the batteries, everything was ready to go. Got up here, started to set up the camera, and you know, realized that I left my laptop at home. So, yeah. So thankfully, Luke's got a tenant, a neighbor upstairs that is letting us use her laptop and making this whole live stream possible. So, yeah, you know, it just goes to show you. You can think you're very prepared, you're over prepared, and you forget the most important thing. So as we go through here, you know, I'm going to say that, you know, our friend Justin here says the video is 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
And 8 of that is your mustache. The audio is 7 out of 10, but, you know, we're used to that, you know, but that's something we'll fix as we move forward. Yep, the stash looks good. Jim's watching.
Hey, Jim, what's up, my buddy? I appreciate, you know, I don't creep on your Facebook page, but I do keep tabs. It looks like, you know, you've got a couple of sons who are involved in high school athletics, basketball namely right now. So I peek on that, and You know, I'm always pulling for Elk Mound. Now because I know Jim Chapman. Jim Chapman, speaking of forces for good, that dude is incredible.
Yeah. Oh my God. He helped us out this year. He's going to be on the show. He helped us out. So Jim, if to some of you new viewers here, Jim Chapman is a longtime viewer of ours and a big advocate of our stream and just a huge supporter. And we love Jim, but Jim has also found his way into different nooks and crannies of the culinary world, and he helps out wherever he can. We'll go to different events, and Jim will either be there eating or helping do something in the kitchen or, doing something. And it's just really fantastic to have people out there like that just get out there and contribute and put in the hard work and sometimes just enjoy the fruits of their labor. But Jim is a huge fan, and we're a huge fan of Jim. So it's nice to have him here and nice to have him watching. And Jim, you're going to be on an episode of Wisconsin Foodie this week.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Community members like Jim who go out of their way to donate, part of themselves to a lot of these different causes that, we're out here trying to champion, quite frankly. And to see his dedication and to work with him is a real joy. The guy has no off button. But like there are parts of the summer, Jim, where I wondered if you might have a busier calendar than I did. Like every event that I was cooking, Jim was there. No. It was awesome.
That's awesome, Jim. We're getting a shout out from downtown Green Bay.
What's up, GB?
Definitely a place that I think we have not tapped into as much. So if there are suggestions for Green Bay episodes or Green Bay content, would love to hear that here on this chat. If you, Christian, if you got anything for us,
Booyah Shed.
Booyah Shed.
I really want to.
You've been talking about that Booyah for a while now.
For a while, man. The mayor is Eric, is a college buddy, and I think he does a really good job being up there during the draft this last year, and then spending some time subsequently, doing a couple cooking demos outside of Green Bay on an Organic Valley farm. I really had a chance to kind of enjoy the charm of it. Going out to Chives in Swamco, spending some time on the lakeshore. It's a beautiful, beautiful part of the state.
I didn't ask you about Green Bay. I asked the chat about.
I know you asked the chat. I just wanted to make sure it was down on the record.
Jeez, my God.
No, you got to plant those seeds early.
All right, Christian did suggest Hagmeister Park.
Ooh, Hagmeister. Okay.
You know anything about Hagmeister?
I don't know anything about Hagmeister.
Right. Something to look into. Diggers and lacrosse. Okay, now they're coming in.
Yeah, Digger's Sting.
This is your opportunity, folks.
Do we really want to tell the story of Digger's Sting? This is the dilemma I always go through. Restaurants that I know are really good and are busy because they're popular and delicious. You put them on Wisconsin Foodie and then it blows up.
Ruins it for everybody.
Well, it doesn't ruin it. It's really good for the business owners. And I see that, but also, the people who watch the show really do travel to a lot of places, and it has a pretty wide reach. So, be mindful when you put those restaurants in that chat, because Arthur's going to write this down, and then we're going to be there, and then you're going to curse me for having blown up your favorite place to go and eat.
Luke, so a question for you is, what was the thing that surprised you the most this season?
This season, Kinship Cafe was really, really surprising. Big. I'm not just saying that because it's the first episode folks are going to see, but I really took a lot of solace and inspiration, quite frankly, watching communities that are often marginalized or underrepresented in the United States, showing me the way of taking care of community. That is such a huge driver for me. And I was so inspired. The idea that, no one's coming to save us. This is how we save ourselves. Right. I really saw that in action at Kinship. And it was truly, truly profound.
Shania was great, right? Love that story.
Love it. Yeah. The folks making the food down in the basement of the church.
Yeah, the River West Church.
Yeah, the River West Church. And it was a bananas atmosphere. It was so fun, but it was just really the radiating joy of people in the community getting together, getting food, eating food. Yeah. It's a really, really beautiful story. I also think Seed Savers, that one was near and dear to my heart, mainly because I told Arthur he had to be there. I was like, dude, you're showing up at this thing and you're going to film it and it's going to be really, really good. We did the 50th anniversary, or I was asked to cook at the 50th anniversary of Seed Savers. It's located in Decorah, Iowa, so a little bit out of the, the comfort zone of Wisconsin, but it's good to, get out your comfort zone a little bit. And so, it was going to look like 3 days in August of being at Seed Savers. And as the event drew near, just the magnitude of it felt like it ratcheted up. I got an email asking if I would interview Alice Waters, to do that interview and sit with her for an hour and a half on a stage as a featured speaker at Seed Savers. That's like a lifetime dream. Additionally, the other person cooking dinner there was going to be none other than Native's founder and owner of, Omni in Minneapolis, the sous chef, SIOUX, Sean Sherman. Sean, a few years ago at Omni, took home the Best Restaurant in America award. And if you haven't been to a Omni, it is a very powerful experience. I'm wearing a sweatshirt, like I'm a huge fan, but it also an experience that really opened my eyes to the potential and uniting force that food has.
Yeah, that was a big episode.
So, really did you think so too?
Yeah. I think this year that's probably, ironically, like you guys, everybody's gonna be really mad at us because I think one of my favorite episodes that we're going to put out this year is. Doesn't even take place in Wisconsin. It's the Seed Savers and Owamni episode. Seed Savers in Decorah, and then Owamni in Minneapolis. And it's just a really beautiful episode. And sometimes, that happens. And, we like to try to keep everything in Wisconsin, but sometimes you find yourself outside of the borders. And, but it is a really, truly beautiful restaurant, a beautiful episode. And, take a break from Wisconsin for a little while and let's explore what's outside of our borders. Yeah,
I have 3 heroes in my life. Okay, this is just top.
So it's Bay. Are you sure you want to share this?
Yeah, 3 heroes. I'm cool with all 3 of them.
All right.
Number 1 is Butch Vig, right?
Who's Butch Vig?
Butch Vig is the celebrated music producer. The producer of Nirvana's Nevermind and Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream, all this music, rock and roll, as the kids call it.
Where's he from?
Oh, he's from Viroqua, baby.
Wow.
54665 for life. But he's also the drummer for the rock band Garbage. It was like the first person that I could see that I had some sort of connection to that went out into the world and made it and used, the experience that he had growing up here as a springboard. To be someone incredible in the world. And I love Butch and Beth and Bo Violet. They are amazing humans. I'm proud to have them as neighbors and friends. The second person that I would say would be my hero would be my grandfather, farmer, right?
Yeah.
Salt of the earth.
Good choice.
Yeah, from Walworth County. He was a great farmer. And
what was his name?
Russell Zom.
Russell Zom, huh?
Russell the Muscle. Yeah.
Impressive.
As I age, he didn't have a mustache, but I am his body type. I find myself laughing at the same jokes. It's a good connection that I have with my grandfather. And last but not least is Sean Sherman. Very few people. I have 4. Mr. Rogers. Fred Rogers is a hero. I know you can't forget about Fred. I feel like it's just a given most of the time, given our affiliation with PBS. Can I be the Mr. Rogers? If Mr. Rogers and Guy Fieri had a baby, I would want to be that baby.
Don't you have a tattoo of Mr. Rogers too?
I do.
Let's not show the people.
I'm not going to show the people my tattoo. But, Sean is in that list because he's a passionate advocate, specifically for the indigenous foodways. Folks, it's a real thing. Eating, some of the foods that are traditionally part of the culture, it is inherently good for you. I have no idea. If lutefisk wasn't somehow good for you, the Norwegians wouldn't eat it, right? There's some part of their diet that needs lutefisk. I have no idea. I would rather eat my shoe, personally.
It sounds like this is a great episode for 2027.
Oh, no. Just Luke eating lutefisk. You know, my middle name is actually Fisk. Luke Fisk, lutefisk. Oh, come on.
I mean, what more could you guys ask for? This is it right here. You're learning so much about Wisconsin foodie, about Luke.
I'd do it. I'd do it for you.
That's right. And you know, that's what we're doing right now. So I mean, the season 2026 is just around the corner, but Luke and I and Ruthie and some of our other collaborators will sit down here in the next couple of weeks and start thinking about what to profile in 2027. And you know, now's your opportunity while we're here. You know, and frankly, over the next couple of weeks, I mean, we're going to be live streaming every week, Thursday at 7:30 or Thursday at 8 o'clock. We'll be here and trying to do this every week, make it better every week. I'll get better. So I'm usually behind the camera. So, you know, don't judge, right? I hold the camera, I edit. I would say the thing that surprised me the most this year, Luke, thanks for asking, by the way.
Oh, sorry, dude. I got so deep in it. I was talking about heroes.
I know. It's rare for you to get deep on things, but you know, you're just going to town today.
I'm going to town. I'm in it.
So we're in town in Viroqua at the Driftless Cafe. Very excited to be here. The thing that surprised me the most this year is we tried something different with behind the scenes. So Luke mentioned some of this stuff on camera and the stories we told. And for me, you know, I think those are always honestly surprising. The way we produce Wisconsin foodie is very, you know, very freestyle. You know, it's very much, you know, we hear a story and then we insert ourselves into an environment and we try to unfold a story in real time. And sometimes that story, you know, takes you in a very linear situation, and sometimes it branches off, just like the the Seed Savers episode.
Yeah.
You know, that was meant for YouTube. It wasn't necessarily meant as a show, but it definitely turned into a show, and it turned into something much bigger. And a lot of really great deep connections we made through that particular episode.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that surprised me the most this year is, for years past, you know, the crew, like, you know, Wisconsin Foodie started with just me behind the camera, maybe some helpers, a friend, you know, Mark Escribano. But, you know, I typically shoot everything and then edit everything. As we've gotten bigger and the crew's grown, I kind of taken more of a director approach and had people shoot it. But this year we went back to the roots, and you know, I just picked up the camera and got back to sort of the basics and did most of the shooting myself and most of the editing myself. It was kind of this.
Who was off your second shooter?
Well, I'm getting there.
Come on, baby.
The thing that
you
surprised me the most
chase.
is essentially we you know, we really created a, you know, and I love the idea of this like intimate you know, crew, right? So essentially it'd just be Luke and I going into a situation instead of having two other camera guys, myself, maybe a sound guy, maybe a producer, all these other people. It was just the two of us going into a situation or an environment and really telling that story, and that led to you know, a certain intimacy. And that's kind of what I'm going for as a filmmaker is getting people, you know, getting people comfortable, letting them open up and letting them sort of speak their truth, speak their story. And, you know, so I think the thing that I was surprised the most about is as I get, you know, as I'm an aged sort of filmmaker, you know, we could still do that, you know. Yeah. And I think the most surprising thing of all of this, it always comes back to you, Luke.
Yeah.
Is that when I needed a second camera, I gave Luke the second camera, and I, you know, he started to shoot. And so you'll see this year in the credits, you'll see in some episodes, the really shaky stuff that's out of focus is all Luke.
Whatever, dude. You know that's you.
All of it's Luke. But no, Luke was a second camera. He has, you know, he got some really fantastic shots of butterflies. You know, the really good ones are mine, though. The sort of mediocre ones are his. But you'll see a lot of Luke Zahm photography this year, and that's been surprising. You know, like you know, one thing that one of the most beautiful things about the show is how it's produced and how it's made. And unfortunately, or fortunately, you guys get to see the finished product. But I think the making of that product is the most fascinating part, and just the stories behind that, and just, you know, me yelling at Luke a lot and him just kind of sticking through it. You know, that's a lot of fun. And, you know, hopefully as we transition from like these live streams and, you know, maybe as we sort of progress into the next season, it'd be great to, you know, we're always talking about how can we get another camera person, like super meta here. How can we get another camera person to shoot us shooting the show? Because I think there's some real value into watching the production of Wisconsin Foodie.
Yeah, it's a good program, and the one thing that I will give you a tremendous amount of credit for is just being an artist. And being open to that creativity spontaneously. And to be honest, picking up a camera, while it was effective and hopefully useful in certain situations, it also was like my way of just trying to help. Because some of those taping days get really, really long.
Yeah.
Right? It's like 12, 14 hours. And sometimes when I get on location, you've already been doing it for 3 or 4 hours. I'm thinking specifically of Door County.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You got up there like...
So that's our second episode. So our second episode, good segue there.
Thanks, man.
Our second episode of the year is we always, Door County, Door County is our spot, right? We always make sure that we're up there once. We love it. We love the people up there. We love to promote that food scene. It's always evolving. And I think the amount of time and energy we've put in there, in the last decade or more, you could start to see it pay off. You could start to see, businesses open up and know that they're going to have that stability. It's really becoming sort of that foodie destination, and that's awesome, right?
Yeah.
And it's even so much more apparent that two of our, show that we produced 2 years ago, maybe last year, 2 years ago, about Cultured and Sway.
Yeah.
Both those folks in one episode were just nominated for a James Beard Award.
Yeah, right.
Right. So, I hate to say it's all us.
No.
Right? Because it's not.
It's not.
But
it's truly on them. But it is like this weird leverage thing. Like, when we expose people to the beautiful food that is being created right here, it opens the door. It starts a conversation thread at least.
So, as you can see, this is how our brains work. So we started off trying to talk about something, and then it just spirals. And I don't, so back to where the second episode of the season, right?
Neurodivergence is a real thing,
Woo,
people.
It's tough. It's tough. The second episode of the season, it takes place in Door County, and there was this past season of Top Chef. There was a contestant named Kat Turner. I don't know if you guys watch Top Chef. It's a great show. But Kat Turner was from Sturgeon Bay. This is the Canada season. Kat Turner's from Sturgeon Bay. She left, theater major, did a lot of traveling, left, and got into sort of later in her life, got into cooking and worked at Stone Hill Barn. What's the Dan Barber?
Blue Hill.
Blue Hill.
Yeah, Stone Barn.
Blue Hill Stone Barn. So she worked there in LA. And she now has several restaurants in Los Angeles, highly likely.
Yep.
And she's killing it. But she came back because she connected with our friend James over at The Door, a beautiful hotel in Sister Bay. If you haven't been, it's got to be one of the best hotels in the area. And James is awesome. The hospitality is great.
It is top notch.
The rooms are beautiful. And so James, they wanted to do a dinner out in the front yard of The Door in Sister Bay. And, through some connections with the American Players, Kat Turner's brother runs the American Players in Door County.
Yeah.
They all got connected, and he invited Kat Turner back to Door County for one night of cooking where she could come home and cook 2 nights for 100 people each night. And with that, when Kat agreed to do it, she said, I'll do it if I can only bring 3 of my favorite, friends, contestants from that season of Top Chef that are from Chicago. So we had this really fantastic night, 4 Top Chef contestants cooking on the front lawn of The Door, and it was a beautiful night. And I think that day, we were up there for like 3 or 4 days, maybe even 5 days. It was a long time, but I spent at least 2-3 days, just me and Kat Turner, driving around Door County, talking about life, talking about her upbringing, and then stopping at all these places along the way to pick up ingredients for that dinner tonight. And it was just so much fun to experience that, that through her, and to talk about how, what it's like to be raised in that area. And then the best part is when Luke joins us to help prep the dinner, right? So me and Kat, we're traveling for 2 days, just driving around the peninsula, going all the way to the top to Charlie's Smokehouse and everywhere in between. And we finally make it back with just a truckload of products that we're going to cook for this dinner at the WCTC kitchen
in Sister
Bay. So we're using this kitchen. Luke shows up, and Luke's going to help her prep.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Like everything.
Pretty much everything. I have to say, you did, so Luke's first task, and I think, Kat, so we actually met at this great, Have you guys ever been to the Greystone Castle in Sturgeon Bay?
It's
really
cool.
great bar. Really great bar. It's lined with taxidermies. If you've been to the Greystone Castle in Sturgeon Bay, drop us a line here in the chat. We got a lot of comments here. I'm gonna get to all this here and chat with you guys here in a second. But
moral of the story is that I didn't tip anything over. It just wasn't, chefs are known for their standards, right? It's what make us great.
yeah,
It turns out that my backwoods hillbilly standards were not the same.
you guys just have different sort of styles, cooking philosophies.
Yeah. Anyway, it's I mean, I can't really tell the whole story before the episode comes out because
I don't think some of this stuff really made. I mean,
Of
you
course.
look really good in the episode.
Thanks.
You are really good.
No. I was good. I was cool. It just it was very uncomfortable when you don't hit someone's standard and they basically throw you out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Which is, that doesn't happen very often. It does, sometimes. And that I actually Kat was so gracious with her time, with her energy, going back to Sturgeon Bay to do that. She's a really busy human. And I know it's hard sometimes to cook where you grew up. I think this is the first time she'd ever cooked as a pro back in,
home.
yeah.
Right.
So, I have no fault. Like if there's standard, she wanted it perfect, she wanted it perfect. But that's a good one to watch because I do, I kind of eat it in that episode a little bit.
It's yes. I mean, I think Kat's style is very technical, right? Or that's how it comes off.
Yeah.
And you have, you're rustic.
Yeah, and I love food. I love it. I don't need it. I mean,
You did a really good job cleaning that fish, by the way.
yeah, I know. But I don't need the foam. I don't need foam. Whatever. It's cool.
This is the second episode of the season. Let's save this details for the folks.
I'm not saying I didn't like it. I don't need the foam.
I know. Okay.
I don't need it.
Okay.
All right. Give me some bacon.
So we've got part of this live stream. I wanted to invite a guest.
No.
And I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Okay.
All right. I'm not going to tell you who it is. But I invited this guest because we want to see how this thing works, right? So we're trying to work with everything here and work the program, work with Luke, trying to get back into our groove here. So I want to invite a guest to see how that works. The guest just got out of the shower, so
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do I get to guess who the guest might be?
You're. I don't know. No. I'm sure you'll get it on the first three.
Julia Roberts.
The first one, I guess. Jesus.
It seems like everybody's talking about
You're
Jules
good.
lately.
Luke, do you want to entertain the folks here while I get a little bit more hot water?
Yeah, you want to put some hot water in mine
I will.
too?
All right.
I got the mint tea. For those of you that don't know at home, Arthur's kind of a green tea snob.
Kind of,
right. It's getting harder and harder to keep his tea consumption habit.
Can I just come get hot tea?
Chatting. In fact, a lot of what I do on the road is just make sure that Arthur has hot water and green tea at access all times. I'm kidding. I don't really do that, but I do. The Door County Sturgeon Bay Cat Turner, super awesome. It was a really, really great event, and I was happy to have seen it. I was kind of happy to also, be a little bit out of my own comfort zone in that space and to acknowledge it and it's cool. It's really okay. I learned something. I'm sure she learned a ton, whatever. But it was good. The best part of that whole experience, and I know I'm going to need you to put pressure on Arthur because he loves those comments in the chat. Could you ask him to please release this segment on Charlie's Smokehouse? Because I will tell you, sometimes Door County, for me, being a child of rural Wisconsin, feels overwhelming. They had a car show going on in the Door Hotel, and it was like Lamborghinis, Ferraris. We don't have a lot of those cruising around the streets of Vernon County, just as a rule. But it's a high hub of activity for Wisconsin. So I always get a little bit overwhelmed there. And on this trip, we actually went back to Charlie's Smokehouse, which is located where? Gills Rock?
Gills Rock.
Gills Rock. So at the
It's
top.
the best rock in Wisconsin.
It truly is, except for maybe Wales Rock, whatever. So we go back there, and that whole experience of watching how they smoke the fish, they brine it first, get into the smoker. It's very, very lo-fi. When I say lo-fi, this is not like an operation that is using.
Some of the best things are lo-fi.
Oh,
though.
seriously,
Right?
as a food person, like
Right.
give me the lo-fi all
Yeah.
day long. But I truly think that was a really unique and special glimpse into a part of Wisconsin, like coastal life on Wisconsin or in Wisconsin. So I'm going to ask you guys, if you want to see that footage from Charlie's, drop in the comments of the chat, because Arthur really likes that. And that really reinforces and, encourages him to release that too. Because that's cool.
All right, what do we got here? We got Jim. Jim's out there. Jim's talking. He's, he likes your dad joke puns.
No, he does.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say we all do, but
I got a lot. I got a lot of dad jokes.
oh, Dale was he watched us shoot the WPVGA show. You remember that one? You know that acronym stands for? You better.
Professional Growers Association. Yeah, Wisconsin Vegetable Produce
Mm,
Growers. Potatoes.
Okay.
Dude, don't put me on the spot like this. I mean, come on. I do know this. Potato and Vegetable Growers Association.
Wisconsin Potato and Vegetables. Yes.
It's just like figuring out the acronym,
Fantastic underwriter. Speaking of underwriters, Luke.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wearing a Quick Trip shirt. They're not an underwriter. They should be. So I figure like hopefully they see this and they say like, that's a show that these are a couple of guys that we want to attach our branding to.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. We got some heat on that Glazers episode, but like whatever, if you can't, take the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Quick Trip. If you're watching this, by the way, 40
not.
minutes into this live stream, if you're still watching, give me a call. We got some
of this.
You want some of this?
Yeah, that's the mustache's real power.
I swear to God, most of the clothes that Luke and I own, or at least I own, are just shirts from places that we've been to, that we filmed at. So I would say 75% of my wardrobe is hoodies and T-shirts and sweatshirts of places that have been on Wisconsin Food.
Yeah, how many hoodies do you think you pick up in a season? I usually pick up like 4.
Yeah, 4 or 5. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Going through here, will Cat be live? Ooh, Jim, I don't know. I'm going to work on the cat. I'm going to see. This is my goal now. Is work on all the guests. Right, I got to work on getting these guests on the show. So we're going to do some serious producing behind the scenes, but fingers crossed we'll get Kat on for some of this the live show.
But here's the thing: if we get Kat on for the live show, Jim, I'm going to need you to ask the question. What was it like working with Luke? Let's just see how she answers. Ooh. Okay, all right, we got some good ones here. So if you guys are seeing comments, so I don't know if these comments are everybody can see them. We'll figure out how to make this visible for everybody. All the comments. So I'd like to make sure everybody can see the comments too. But half the comments most of the comments are coming from Facebook and YouTube. So I can see all the comments, but if you're on Facebook, you can only see the Facebook comments. If you're on YouTube, you can only see the YouTube comments. So I'm seeing them all, by the way. People want to see the owl farm. There's some good owl farm segments this season. If you want to, seeing it on TV is one thing, but seeing it in person is the other thing. Hopefully as we progress through the live streams, I'm going to make you watch every live stream because at one point we're going to figure out how to get you folks that are watching these live streams to an owl farm dinner. Yeah. But you got to watch them all because you never know when I'm going to drop that news. Yeah. Right? You like that? I like that. Yeah. At least a number of yeah, we can win the Wisconsin Foodie Crew.
Should we do a marathon? Just keep talking. How long do you think we could talk?
We could probably talk for a while. I mean, it just depends on how deep you want to go. I've already laid out my heroes.
No
yeah, exactly. Oh man, maybe with the mustache, does everything become an innuendo?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
I think so.
Well, let's keep it family appropriate.
Right.
Right. Dad jokes. That'd be a much different channel. Although I would say, we have some pretty fun and not so rowdy anymore. We got Art sober, so now we're both sober. It really cuts into your nightlife in a different way. But it's a really good transition for all of us. Sorry that I just told the world that you guys
Wow.
sober.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I had a problem. You inspired me from your sobriety.
Yeah. And it's a good thing. You know, specifically when you're around it all the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the hard part about us traveling and being at different restaurants and bars. You know, you got to really, as you age like us, you know, you really got to take care of yourself. And that's really what we've been focused on lately is just that sort of mental and physical health and making sure we can keep this up for another 10 years.
Yeah, because this mustache is actually timeless. And, you know,
I got some, we have
Just getting
some other suggestions for places.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go through some of these, you know,
Go, baby.
so another place in Appleton that was just nominated.
the Eleanor.
Eleanor. You know, I haven't been to the Eleanor yet. Really looking forward to going and visiting.
Yeah.
If anybody else has been there, let us know what to eat. Okay, Dave suggests the Norbert in West Bend and the owner Tony Cable.
Cool.
Check into it. Last Saturday in Verroco was awesome. Woolly Bear Dripless Cafe. Chris Steele at the Temple.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for coming out. I mean, honestly, we appreciate that. The entire community appreciates that. I'm glad that you hit up the Woolly Bear. You know, that is the only thing. Like now, going into a beer bar that we have in town here, when you're not a drinker, it's sometimes like takes that joy away. We could probably go in there though and get some NAs sometime. You know,
I don't even find it's a big deal. Like it doesn't even bother me. Like,
Yeah,
I don't find it takes any joy away. Like I feel, you know.
Well, we're sitting in front of a bar, obviously. Right. So like, you know, for some folks, it's a different thing. But you know, that'd be a fun one. I like the Woolly Bear a lot.
So we also have so Brian Rooker suggests Food Dudes in Holman. I'm not familiar with Food Dudes.
I am not either. You know. But that's awesome. Yeah, I could so going back to you know what I was saying earlier about you blow up these restaurants, like the places that I normally go out to eat. I have struggled for years with like, oh man, this place needs a Wisconsin foodie made about it.
Oh, so you got a stash of places that you're not suggesting that you like.
Yeah, you got to sandbag some of them.
Guy.
You got to sandbag some of them, and like also knowing that you know when you go on Foodie or you're profiled on Foodie, like Dave Care, right? Like Nettie's Volta. If you are in northeastern Wisconsin and you haven't been to Plum City yet, like please go. If there's anything about the world that we live in right now, and you want a chance to like really be able to connect into a community in that part of the state, like go to that restaurant. It is so cool. It's so sweet.
Beautiful restaurant.
Beautiful.
Dave Kerr, I mean, just you know, just a sleeper. Honestly, when you're in a city like Plum City, like that's the beauty of what we do and what we see is like what we see happening in Wisconsin is, I think because of the Driftless Cafe, you're starting to see restaurants that are kind of, you know, creating these high culinary sort of spots in small towns. Like Plum City might have 500 people at most. And, you know, and Dave Kerr has created Nettie's Volta, which is just a prefix menu. You go in and he's basically just cooking you what they have in the back. And it's fantastic.
Yeah.
What a spot. I'm so excited for you guys all to see this episode. You know, we paired that episode with Harbor View Cafe. So two spots that are sort of on that, the west side of Wisconsin.
West side.
Yeah. Just, you know, it's fun to explore. It's fun to find these places. And Dave and the folks over at Harbor View Cafe, that's going to be a great episode. How about that black cod? I know that was one of your favorite dishes, wasn't it?
Dude, yeah, that one, that was really good.
I know some of you watching right now have had that black cod at Harbor View Cafe.
Yeah. And it's weird because it's not like, it wasn't halibut? I think it was halibut.
Halibut, my bad.
Yeah, halibut. The halibut, you know, that's not a local ingredient for us here in the Midwest, but like, the black butter sauce,
yeah,
dude, Beurre Noir, that was truly fantastic.
Yeah,
and you know, really fun experience.
So I think the cool thing with these live streams are we're going to give you a little bit of insight of the places that we've been before the show airs. So if you want to check it out, while there's like not a crazy line of reservations, now's the time. So we're going to put this on your list. Harbor View Cafe. I know you guys all know about that one. But Nettie's Volta, put that one on your list. Take a trip to Plum City. Tell Dave you heard about it from Wisconsin Foodie. Man, you're going to get treated like royalty, and you're going to have one of the best meals you're ever going to have. So check it out, Nettie's Volta. Go on there, go on their Facebook page. They got a Facebook page. They post their menus. Like it up, check it out, interact with that guy.
Yeah. Tim Eddy, I saw your comment on there about Casetta and Madison. That's another one of those places that we don't talk about because it's like Voldemort. When we start talking about it, then they get TV shows made about it, and then it's really hard to get a sandwich in there. It is, yeah, you're not wrong. That fantastic restaurant. And I think that honestly, you know, bringing this into some perspective, because I know we're getting near the end of the hour. Like, I've been asked multiple times, you guys ever run out of stuff to talk about or make, you know, shows about? That's actually how the emails sound to me.
So,
but there are so many gems all over the state that we just, you know, get the sheer pleasure of showing up. That we have the privilege of them always wanting to show their best, you know, and put their best foot forward into the world. So we get the A game, which is so great. It's such a privilege.
So we have our guest has arrived.
Oh, the guest made it.
Yeah, can I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him in.
Okay.
You ready?
Sure.
All right. Letting the guest in. Here he is.
Hello,
Hold
gentlemen.
on. Bear with me here.
Man, you're terrible
Click.
at this.
Click.
Oh my gosh, Boomer, would you figure it out?
I don't know. I'm trying. Mandolph the Great. I'm trying.
Mandolph
Can you
the
hear
Great.
me?
Oh my God.
It just opened the dictionary. Oh.
Oh boy.
Are we still live streaming?
I don't know what's going on.
What are you doing?
Oh, here we go.
Okay,
All right.
there it is. Sorry.
I'm trying here, man. I'm trying to click. I'm trying to get you in here. I don't know what's going on.
Wah, wah, wah. There was never a guest, was there? You were just doing this to like mess with my head.
No, there's a guest. You can see him.
I can see him.
You can see
I
him.
don't know anyone named Mandolph.
Why? So we're using somebody else's computer, and it's just having a tough time here. I'm having a tough time. I don't know what to do here.
Oh,
But you see what I'm doing, right? You just stay there, Mandolph. You stay there. I'm gonna figure this thing out for you. Boy.
Gentlemen,
looks like
Keep talking.
well,
Keep
I'm
talking.
looking at
Fill
the warning screen on the top of the actual screen, and it said, "Oops, connection lost, reconnecting," and maybe that is for Mandolph the Great. I hope that's either Eli or Kurt Fogel. I don't know. There's a lot of people that could be. Is it Adam Pollock? Hey, buddy. I'm sorry I haven't called you back recently. I apologize.
Mandolph, just click out and come back in. Let's see if that'll help. Okay, click out of here. I'll text you.
Needless to say, we're fine-tuning the live stream. So when we get into the actual,
Well, we've already teed this up, right?
Yeah,
we already
meat and
told
potatoes
people.
of the season. Like, my goodness, we're going to be right there with you. You can look forward to special guests. You can look forward to some giveaways. You can look forward to getting some behind-the-scenes content and hearing about the process of putting these programs together. It truly is a process. And I will say that, Arthur, despite his fresh new haircut and his rugged good looks and charm, has literally spent the last 2 months of his life in his basement, his undies, editing Wisconsin Foodie into what you all will enjoy. So, like,
I basically just wear a hat and then a hoodie. Oh, connection lost. I don't know if that's here.
It's hard to tell.
Reconnecting.
I mean, it says we're live, but anyway. Yeah, it's wonderful to get to spend a little time with everybody. Thank you so much for writing in. Thanks for your questions and comments and concerns. And please, right now, if you can, hold the door for somebody. Say hi. Be a good neighbor. The world needs our Midwestern nice love right now more than maybe it ever had before. So I'm really going to ask you and lean on you to be the best versions of yourselves for yourself and each other.
Wow. I mean, I didn't want you to close. We're not closing up here. We're not closing shop. We're still trying to just.
I just closed it.
We're not closing.
What do you mean?
It's
I
not
just
a close.
closed it.
It's not a close.
Yeah, you got split screens coming up.
Not a close. We're just trying things here.
Okay.
We're just trying. So tell the folks you're sorry that you closed it out, but we're actually not going anywhere.
Okay. Hey, we'll be right back with this.
We're not back anywhere. We're not.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God, there he is.
Oh my goodness.
Gentlemen, can you hear me?
Mandolph the Great.
I'm sorry, my mesmeric orb was causing issues with your interwebs.
We had plenty of issues, Mandolph.
I can agree. Arthur, who cut your hair? Did you use one of those suck cuts?
He's basically saying, yeah. You look good.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
no.
Thanks. I love this.
Did you go in and ask for the Forrest Gump?
Oh,
We're great.
You guys are really
much
good.
like after eating at the Driftless Cafe, he was running.
He was running. That's right. We'll get it moving. You get yourself a Sicilian pizza, walk away with a free roll of two-ply. Like we.
Oh my gosh. And Luke, what's up with that womb broom on your lip?
Well, Mandolph, this, as it turns out, is my secret power. You know, I wasn't bestowed with the ways of magic and sorcery and wizardry like you obviously have, but
So sad for you. Sad indeed.
This for me is my cape. It is my my radioactive fighter that gives me superpowers.
Yes. Very good. Go on, just like you do in your intros of the show. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Do you have any idea who Mandolph is? Could you guess?
Well, I could guess. Would you like me to?
If he guesses,
What do I get?
Oh,
Because the risk of being wrong is also, very dangerous. If you name the wrong colleague, it could be detrimental. I mean,
how many colleagues do you know in the restaurant world that are sort of into the fantasy world?
into the fantasy world, like most,
I thought this was a no kink shaming podcast.
right, Mandolph? Like we don't do that here. We don't
No,
do fantasy.
I've seen what you've done with pigs before. Delicious hams and sausages.
What about
yeah.
What about rabbits?
Oh, I've got a trick for you. Do you see those kidneys? Nope.
No, you don't. We have people looking for Owl Farm footage, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the slow edit of that to come out. It comes out long form.
Look at it.
It was me the whole time. Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Farr, owner of Mint Mark, Hanks, Lounge. He's an all-around good dude. Man, what a good disguise. Did you just have that kitten around the house?
I might have. It's my lawn work.
Yeah.
Outfit, out here in the
When
grove.
when you cosplay on your lawnmower, that is what you wear. That's awesome. I got
Absolutely.
mad respect for that, dude.
It was this or my luchador match.
Sean
but-
Farr here joining us, and Sean will be profiled on an episode of Scott's Foodie this year.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, I can't wait, guys. I really can't
Which
wait.
you rarely do in real life, but
Snap. Wow. There's nothing wrong with aging out of being in the kitchen every day. Like, come on. It is not, it's not meant for the old duffers like us.
he's a professional magic player. So he doesn't have the time for that kitchen for anymore.
Dude,
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on that career.
yeah. Well, that's,
like when the clipboard gets hotter than a pan some days. I mean, Luke knows what I'm talking about.
yeah, I do.
Time to find something else to do. So,
Man, how's
Heather
life?
Brew thought it was me, but she couldn't remember my name. You'll
No,
remember my name. After
knew
this
it was you.
episode of Wisconsin Foodie.
It could have been Eli Gay, the owner of Maybe Lately's Next Door, who also wears glasses like you.
Yes, another middle-aged graying man with dark glasses that enjoys IPAs.
I thought maybe it was Marlo Batali for a second. Just kind of got the vibe.
Here's a recipe for meatballs. Sorry about the touching.
You see, and that's what behind the scenes webcam access can really do for you.
I'm just glad our cameraman could figure it out.
Yeah, me too. That was really stressful.
Yeah.
The new season of Wisconsin Foodie might air.
It might on Thursday, starting February 5th at 7:30.
That it will. Yeah, I would say that the womb broom is people really like that here in the chat.
Cool with that. Womb broom it is. Although, some viewers might find that slightly offensive. But yeah, exactly. It's meant
I think we can all agree that there's way more offensive things going on right now than somebody laugh. So
yes.
But in all seriousness, though, I know I'm a little bit late. I was combing both my beards. This one, okay. Filming Wisconsin Foodie with you guys was literally one of the greatest things I've gotten to take part of. I talk about this a lot now with my guests and friends that I had such an incredible experience with you out at Owl Farm, and filming the show that it actually makes me want to be better as a human. It makes me want to use my craft and my stage that is a restaurant to do better for this world. So it was an incredible experience. I don't know. I can just speak volumes to it. It's one of the best things I've ever done.
That means a lot, Sean.
I love you too, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's very nice. That's very, I mean, did he fall? Did he just fall?
At his age.
I'm at 1%.
Oh,
we've gone past the hour mark, so luckily we still have about 30,000 people watching us right now. So
yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Does
No
going
pressure.
above the hour cut into the budget that Trump's already helped get rid of? Or
Well, question, and I'm glad you asked it. So with PBS, and I get asked this a lot, quite frankly. So the way it was explained to me by Arthur and Jason, the $1.1 billion that the federal government cut in the Doge cuts that took out the Corporation for Public Broadcasting for a lot of smaller affiliate stations that are part of PBS or National Public Radio, they experienced a pretty substantial cut. So in places where there was one or two people affiliated with the stations, those probably closed or merged with larger markets. I think the stat that Jason gave me, PBS, that 1.1 billion was 17% of their overall revenue as a corporation. So like all the people who dial 1-800-326-3636 and they pledge money to PBS or PBS Wisconsin, those stations have the ability to raise their own capital. PBS Wisconsin PBS, we're okay. I would say that we have a little bit of protection to weather the storms, but man, oh man, there's a lot of folks out there that depend on PBS for, just being a voice for the people and a connection to the larger world around them. And unfortunately, they decided to roll that back, which is heartbreaking. I can't imagine not growing up with Fred Rogers.
No, I'd say for us, as a filmmaker, grew up with PBS, whether it be food television, whether it be Ken Burns, the documentaries, all the great work they do. I'm just so personally honored to be on that station. We've had other opportunities to go elsewhere. And for me, it starts and stops with PBS. And that is something I will fight for until Wisconsin Foodie is forced off the air, whether it be Milwaukee PBS, PBS Wisconsin, all of TPT, WT, WWF,
NWA, the CTA,
the PTO,
the PTO,
but all of those, we love the platform. We love what it represents, and we're doing everything we can to fight for PBS and its future. And we plan on being here for until they kick us off.
Yeah, and
after this year, I don't know.
Speaking of PBS, have you ever considered, Arthur, going into the barber and asking for the Ken Burns haircut?
God damn it, that was my next joke.
That's what I did here, bro.
God damn it, Luke.
You need the bangs just straight across.
Give me the burns.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all be gifted with beautiful hair like you guys. I mean,
how did we not grow up together, Luke? This is unreal.
I know. That is actually a problem. With Sean and I being close, like our senses of humor are probably, I would say, short-circuited, but hardwired into about the same exact. So
I was just waiting for Arthur to shut up, and I'd be like, speaking of getting birds.
So was I. So good.
with that said,
Oh, God. Click.
Hey, Sean, you guys just got a beard nomination. Congrats. Casey Cook.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Executive Chef Casey Cook got his first James Beard Best Chef nod.
Yeah.
And as we all know, and he agrees, that is a team effort. He's an incredible leader. I'm so thankful to have him there, and the team and him have just done some great things. And I think it's one of the best things to just get some sort of recognition about hard work. Yeah. And it's unfortunate that there's not more awards set out there for like nurses and, people behind the camera and all these things that help out. But it is pretty cool for him. And I couldn't be a prouder chef dad,
Yeah. In hearing you say that, the other person, on your team that specifically deserves a shout out is whoever buys your shampoo. Because that wave you've got going on in your hair right now, like,
dude, that's the Dr. Bronner's.
That's
the
Dr.
bottle that
Bronner's.
you read on the toilet.
Yeah,
that's the one. Look at that.
God, I'm just so jealous. I don't want to look at it anymore.
My wife says.
I'm
I just
kicking.
don't want to look at it anymore.
Hey, Sean, I love you so much. Thanks so much for joining us today. Congratulations on the recent successes. It truly does take a leader to pilot those things. So, Casey's nod is, in my opinion, a huge nod at you and all the people behind the scenes. Like, we're all in this together. And that's why restaurants are sometimes the most perfect microcosm of society at large.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. All right.
Hey, we'll see you for your episode's live stream when that airs.
I can't
wait.
How
about that?
Oh, hell yeah! All right, see you then.
Maybe you could come to the Driftless, or maybe we could do it by you. We'll figure it out. But
we'll figure it out.
Let's go to Madison.
All right, later, guys.
Mommy.
Later, bye.
Poof.
Well, Art.
Well, bud, hey, did you see at the end of this chat here, Mr. Dave Kerr was on the chat.
Yeah.
He's been watching. Dave, thanks for sticking with us,
What's
bud.
up, boo?
As we see the numbers drop here, we know that we've pushed our limit with you folks. We love you. Thanks for watching. We're going to keep tuning this in. We're going to keep dialing this in. We're going to make this better and better each week. We appreciate all your love, all your comments, all your support. We appreciate Luke's womb broom. What was that called?
Womb broom.
Okay, God, I shouldn't even have said that on the live stream. That just makes me feel a little weird.
I was trying to just kind of like.
Yeah, that's that. Wow. Jesus. I didn't even think about it. Anyways, that's what happens when we talk for over an hour. This is the kind of stuff that you guys hear. Anyways, thanks again for watching, everybody. We love you. Hey, the show is not currently sponsored. If you are an underwriter, you want to sponsor our live streams, you want to be a business that gets the most exposure, if you want to give us stuff to drink on air, to eat on air, we will sit here. We'll eat and drink anything that you send us as long as you pay us. Thank you very much, everybody. We love you.